So the fact that nobody's ever invented coffee on an IV drip is batshit crazy to me. Seems like such a logical thing to do. Good morning, boys and girls. How we doing? Alrighty. Welcome in. My coffee is cooking. My coffee will be a couple of minutes. Let's get things up and running. We have got the most Christmassy of Christmas tunes on today, because everybody loves Christmas tunes, doesn't they? Nobody has ever complained about Christmas tunes ever. Right. We did something yesterday that you might not have. We got very Christmassy yesterday. We race changed, for starters, to Goblin. It was inevitable. With the new patch coming, it had to happen. We got our attire sorted. Proper job to the attire. Got the transmog on point. We got ourselves a couple of Rudolphs. Well, we got ourselves a Rudolph and a not Rudolph. These fellas are wonderful. Like, of all the Winter Veil editions, these Rudolphs, definitely top tier. Absolutely. Hey, you can have all the Christmas music you want, all the Christmas jumpers you want. Doesn't make up for the lack of the advent calendar. Look, you're making me feel bad now. We'll have an advent calendar in January. We'll mix it up. How about that? I'll find a... we'll have one in July. We'll have a summer one. Who knows? Do you have taste buds in your veins? Kind of seems like a waste of flavour. Oh, that's a good point. It's a good point. Well, forget the coffee then. Just extract the caffeine straight out of it. Get me hooked up. Get me jacked up in the morning. That's what's needed. Right, we got some Winter Veil stuff to do, because my Winter Veil situation is tragic. Actually tragic. Why is this all in the wrong place again? Why are you all in the wrong place again? How and why are you all in the wrong place? You go there, then we lock the viewer. Beautiful. Winter Veil dailies. Go gadget go. Right. We don't strictly have the fact that I don't know which mounts can be converted into can't do that yet. Try another one. Why can some mounts be converted but not others? Right, we're going to have to switch flight style. Does that make a difference? Is it only dragon riding mounts that can't be converted? So if now we're in Dum Dum level. Oh, hang on, let's now see if this one... Okay. Apparently Rudolph... or the flying reindeer, it is not possible to have dragon riding, which is a shame. Caffeine tablets, if anybody doesn't know that brand. Bad memories of doing GCSEs was wide as hell on Pro Plus. Pro Plus got me through some interesting times. Yes, you and me both. Yeah. My GCSEs weren't too much of a problem. Pro Plus got me through my 18-year-old drinking habits. Or should I say, it wasn't the drinking habits that was the problem. It was the getting up at the crack of dawn the next day to go to work. That was where it was more problematic. Oh, do you have to use one of these things every single time you mount up? That's really sad. They need to make that into just a straight up mount. It's sure it's fine for like Mog, but right, we got to do this mean one quest about 1 billion times. Zygor still hasn't understood that there's been a new teleport dude put here. This absolutely must be a mount, by the way. The fact that this isn't a mount in game is... You got reindeer pulling a sleigh. That needs to be a mount. Oh! Talking of mounts, oh my lord. God have mercy. Blizzard, you have gone. Blizzard has gone and added what is quite possibly the best mount in the game to the game. Quite possibly the best mount in the game. I don't know how many of you have seen this. Quite possibly the best mount you have ever seen in your life. I need this in my life. Look at this thing. Look at it. Look at it. I'm going to have to raid in Season 2 because of this silly thing. I need that dinosaur in my life. Absolutely has to be a thing. Absolutely needs to be a thing. It does mean we're going to have to do some raiding in Season 2. But if it means I can get myself a fire-breathing mechanical dinosaur mount, a T-Rex mount nonetheless, it has to happen. This was in they did a Wowcast yesterday. It's on YouTube, on the Wow channel. They did a Wowcast talking about some basics of Undermined, and this is going to be one of the mounts that you're going to be able to get. Where's the video? Where's the video? Check out. Well, there's a check out this dude. How amazing is that as a mount? That thing is crazy. I've wanted a T-Rex style mount in the game forever. Ever since we've had BFA and the Longboy turned up. I don't even care if it does anything fancy. It's just a flipping T-Rex. It's a fire-breathing T-Rex. It's literally outrageous. There's going to be... we're also, in theory, going to get a Gallywix mount, which some people are suspecting might be like this thing. Because he's in it, right? They didn't explicitly say that that's the case. But, yeah. This is a mount that is going to drop from the Dinosaur vs. Gorilla event. There was an interesting part in it where the dev actually let slip something that they shouldn't do, and they clearly had to cut it out. They said that the Dinosaur vs. Gorilla boss fight, where is it gone? Was clearly inspired on Godzilla. So this one, right? That was clearly they didn't have the copyright to do it, so they weren't able to say it. It was very clearly cut out of the video, but it was it said it's Gallywix mount on the Wowhead post. The dinosaur isn't. But there is another mount that's going to be your mythic kill mount, which people are guessing could be this. For dual crafting, is it more important to get more knowledge points or the blue accessories? I got acuity, I can buy books or make the accessories. Get the accessories. The accessories, basically, by the time you've got them, you won't struggle for knowledge points, don't you worry. You won't struggle for knowledge points. You'll get knowledge points fast enough. Get the tools in order. 3 million boost, easy mount. There's a good chance, yeah. Hang on, what's this? Is this more of them? Oh, look, there's a bunch of them. Wait. With the first PTR build for patch 11.1? Wait, hold up. Hold up. Is the PTR up? Have we got an 11.1 PTR? Wait, Discord. We have not had a build. We've not had an 11.1 build. Where the hell are they getting this info from? Oh, Lord have mercy. Please don't tell me that Wowhead now get access to the build before everybody else. Even if the PTR's not up, it doesn't seem to state that there's been a build for it even. Alright, whatever, fine. Okay, either way. Bunch of new mounts then. Violet Armoured Growler. Bought with resonance crystals. That's probably likely to change, isn't it? Salvaged Goblin Gazillionaire's flying machine. Once the prized possession of the elite Goblin society, this flying machine was sadly relegated to the scrap heap after something bigger, brighter, and more explosive arrived on the market. What? Blackwater Shredder Deluxe 2. Best not to ask what happened to the Mark 1. Okay. They seem to all have resonance crystals values right now, which I suspect is going to change. Mean Green Flying Machine. So they're reusing this model a few times, clearly. Hey, a new rocket. Smack's Top Skimmer. The Top Skimmer Special. New rocket. So people can have a knockoff Love Rocket, sure. Another Growler. Another Angry Wolf. Oh, Golden Rocket. Golden Rocket's cool. Is it gold? Is it yellow? We'll call it gold. Another Wave Shredder. Bronze Wave Shredder. Personalized Goblin Scrapper. It's they really know how to trigger our PTSD. You call anything Scrapper and real goblins are going to shudder. Oh dear. May be useful in many applications, such as in logging and transportation. The model has been repurposed for use by Scrap. Source, a gunk-covered thingy. Okay. Liberation of Undermine raid mounts. So we've got this bad boy. Junk Maestro's Magnetomech. Glory of the Liberation of Undermined Raider achievement. Gets you this bad boy. Prototype ASMR. Source Chrome King Gallywix. Oh, so this is the mount then. This is the mythic mount. It looks quite cool. Looks alright. We can live with that. Oh no, wait, hang on. There's a mythic version. Oh, the big G. Oh, so his head mount is the mount then. Okay. Actually doesn't seem like anything too special under the hood, but just wait until those goblins next door see you pull up to the next pool party. Oh, okay. So, yeah, his big head is the mount if you kill it on mythic. Okay, that's cool. That's quite a cool mount. Logging profession confirmed. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice. I would like a new profession. I said the flipping, what do you call it? The crowd pummeler should have been a mounting. Can't talk this morning. Should have been a mining version of the sky golem. They missed a trick there. And then when they add logging or woodworking or something in the next expansion, then this one could chop down trees or something maybe. Okay, we've got some mythic mounts. Shredder tank. Is it just because I've got the window small? Okay, maybe if we do it this way, we'll see some slightly bigger images of these. It looks alright, doesn't it? Season 2 Delve mount. Delver's Gobtrotter. I do really like the fact that they are heavily leaning in to like the goblin theme with this. This is really cool. Vicious Electro Eel. PvP mount. Dear God. Looks hideous. It's just reskins of it by the looks of things. Recolors. Prize Gladiator Fellbat. Not too goblin-y, but got some interesting armor on him. Surprise, surprise, another horse. Midnight Dark Moon Charger. Oh, this is going to come from the trading post, so chance for everybody to get their hands on this then. Another pony. Second trading post one. Oh, you'll be able to buy one and you'll be able to earn one with the monthly thing then. I wonder what month that's going to be. What month are they going to do the Dark Moon trading month? They're probably going to use that, or you'd hope they'd use that on a month where there isn't something else big happening. So not February, because you've got Lovers in the Air. You're going to have Easter, which is another month that you're not going to want to do anything with. Looks like April for April Fools. Another pony. Oh no, a third pony, look. Another trading post pony. Okay. Oh, and another one. Wow, okay, sure. Pearlescent Butterfly. Oh, we've had all of the trading post stuff data mined. The thing to note with these data mining is that we might not necessarily get all of the colour variations. The ruby one looks quite cool though. That's very vibrant. They've already tagged stuff as trading posts and then put it somewhere else, like in the shop before. Yeah, they you know, a lot of this stuff makes its way into the game files, but it doesn't necessarily mean we'll ever be able to get it or even get it via the source that it claims. Sure. Once upon a time, we'd have said, wow, that looks really cool. But by today's standards, that's just a real basic-ass unicorn. And then there's an unstable rocket that has no known source. So a fourth or maybe a fifth colour variation of the Love Rocket. The Love Rocket's still the coolest. Alright, well, how come they highlighted all of the mounts here, but didn't put... Where's me T-Rex? Where's me T-Rex? Where's me T-Rex? Mythic Chrome King Galliwix mount is the big G. Where's me T-Rex? We've data mined a raid renown track that will grant a stacking raid buff, augment runes, and eventually a dinar-like currency to purchase the exact item you want. How long do you think it is before we have... They're adding renown tracks to so many different aspects of the game. It concerns me. It concerns me because we don't need a renown track for everything. Secondly, it's only one small step away from having a freemium and a premium version. I mean, when Renown first came out, so many of us were like, Season Pass. It stinks of a Season Pass. How does this work then? The new Raid Renown track seems to contain stacking damage and healing buffs at Renown 4, 7, 10, 13, 16 and 19. See, this is all... I don't know. I need to remember at the end of the day it is an MMO. But this is aggressive, sort of like... I guess it's just the direction it's going, isn't it? The raid always felt to me as like a personal progression path that you and your raid team go on together, right? That if you choose to, like, and it's often predetermined, you know where your goalposts are, you know what you want to try and achieve, you work together to take down this boss, and then you move on and you gear up a little bit more and you move on and you kill that boss. This is systemizing and engagement metricing the entire thing and is making the entire thing even more arcadey, in my opinion. So I'm not sure how... I'm not sure the raid particularly is the right place for a renown track. Isn't that not also then going to cause, like, okay, you probably only get the renown for the highest difficulty you kill the boss on that week, or some, you know, they're gonna have to, in order to make this not gamer do gamer things, where true gamers look at this and go, right, well, now to grind renown in the raid, I'm now going to have to kill every boss on every difficulty. Oh, well, so that people don't do that, we're going to put in this system that you get this much renown from killing it on this difficulty, this much on this difficulty. And it just becomes layers and layers and layers of systems, all to make a system work that isn't really necessary. Do the raids really need a renown path? I guess it sort of makes the process of acquiring some of these quality of life features more understood ahead of time. I guess it does a better job of painting a picture of like what you expect. It's a more polished... yeah, maybe in a way it's more polished, but I tend to think the raid doesn't need something like this. It's a treadmill approach to continuously make you feel as if you should be killing raid bosses every week regardless. I'm not sure. I'm naturally skeptical about these sorts of things and very cynical about them until I've seen them. I'm not sure we need a renowned path for the raid. Turns the raid into another chore thing rather than the thing you ultimately work towards doing. What's some of the... We've data mined a raid renown track that will grant a stacking raid buff, augment runes, and eventually a dinar-like currency to purchase the items you want. This new raid renown track contains stacking damage and healing buffs, chance at free augment runes, a raid skip, a raid portal, dinars, a renown 17 and 19, and more utility. It's unclear exactly how you'll get the renown, how you'll get the reputation with the Galio loyalty rewards. But since the track contains the current raid buff, it's likely similar to the current season, e.g. killing bosses. We've also data mined a new upgrade track that could be the Dinar upgrade track, as it has 14 upgrade ranks and will cap at Mythic 6 of 6 or 678. You've begun to gain renown with the Galliwix Loyalty Rewards Club. Unlocked. Profession tables. Vendors, crafting order specialists are available on the top floor of the Intercontinental Hotel. Glad you get that nice and early. Raid boosters are going to be rubbing their hands. Well, yeah, this is maybe a way to get more people into the raid, at least. Consume food 100% faster while inside the liberation of the Undermine. Allow for use of busted rune dispenser inside the Intercontinental, giving you a chance each week at obtaining a crystallized augment rune dispenser. A chance for some free augment runes. The professionals too earn the respect of lathe faceter and grit alpha drill inside the Intercontinental. Continental, whatever you call it, the hotel. It's a hotel. Giving access to transmog and item upgrades. Inside the limitation of Undermine, your warband's damage and healing is increased by 3%. Got to start somewhere. So you start to then quite quickly getting some your stacking damage buff, maybe. A Galio reward card returning you to the Intercontinental when used inside the raid. So like a secondary Hearthstone maybe. Gain clearance to use the various fixer-upper stations within the raid, allowing you to repair your items and remove sated debuffs. What the hell are sated debuffs? You gain 10% movement speed while out of combat. Use the cartel jumper cables to dust yourself off outside of combat. Rezzing with 10% health. You got a city to burn. Reward card to gold, increasing your warband damage by 6%. Gold never folds. After defeating Vexy and Gear Grinders, Lentil Sprocket will chauffeur you to the VIP entrance for easy entry to the Galio's back rooms. Oh, raid skip, okay. Oh, sated debuffs of Bloodlust and whatever. Oh, okay, right, that's fair, okay. I've spent every week since it launched trying to get a trinket. I got it this week. Being able to buy the trinket earlier will be nice. Makes the grind of doing the same raid week after week a little bit more rewarding. I'm still 50-50. cauldron vendors now sell their Torque and Florendo merch to you outside the Cauldron of Carnage. Cauldron vendor. Movement speed out of combat by 20%. Counterfeit dealer's chip. Transmog token unlocked. Get yourself something nice. Special hot sauce. Increasing the effectiveness of your consumable buffs inside the raid. Spicy. It's quite cool. 12% buff. The busted rune dispenser has been repaired and now always gives at least one crystallized augment rune with a chance of up to 3 for repeated use. More transmog trips, more transmog, more healing. Receive a puzzling cartel chip allowing you to trade for a powerful liberation of undermine item of your choice. Okay, so this is where they're sort of integrating the dinar system. Haha, auctioneer available. Earn the respect of Scramblingtron Spoonfork, allowing you to access the auction house inside the hotel. New optimal crafting and auctioning location, maybe? Florendo mount. Florendo's keys for use as a mount, rip and flare. Which mount was the Florendo mount? Oh god, can you imagine if Florendo ends up being the dinosaur? If you have to get to renown 20 to get the dinosaur. That's an absolute... Oh fuck, that's going to be it, isn't it? That's going to be it. The Furious Florendo. Where's the... This is going to be Florendo, isn't he? Does that mean... Where was... Oh no, this one didn't talk about the mounts that were being added, did it? Did any of these call it Florendo? I don't think any of these referenced Florendo. Ah, I reckon that's going to be it, you know. Yeah, I reckon that's it. I reckon Renown 20, the Furious Florendo. The Florendo mount is unlocked. You get your title and you get your raid portal. You're now your legendary run at the Galileo has earned you the title High Roller. Now, if only there was a place to spend all of that gold. You get the High Roller title. Gain the ability to teleport to the raid whenever you want because you're here. I mean, I agree. It does nicely package up some of the quality of life features that we've seen before. I just hope it doesn't have the knock-on effect of it like being something else that people feel the need to grind through, even though they don't particularly want to do the raid. But because it's a thing that's there, that's in... I don't know, maybe that's a them problem. Maybe that'll be a me problem. But yeah, I'm going to make the assumption that our buddy old pal, our dinosaur friend here, I reckon this dude is Florendo. So, we're raiding in Season 2, boys and girls. It looks like. We're raiding in Season 2. It drops from the boss according to Wowcast, or did I mishear it? let's listen to the wording.
To cutting edge because it is wild.
I'm very excited about the Carnage fight because that T-Rex, the Mechasaur, that also has a chance to drop a mount, and as a collector, I want that mount so bad.
It's the coolest mount in the game, in my opinion.
It does, the Wowcast does seem to claim that it's a drop from a boss in the raid. Maybe it's a drop from the raid, or you get it here if you don't already have it. Maybe this is the fail-safe so everybody gets it. They could easily prevent overdoing the FOMO by just allowing the same amount of progress for kills on any difficulty, and only the first kill of the week gives progress. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that does give LFR Andes a significant advantage over Mythic Andes, though. But at the end of the day, when Mythic Andes get better gear, isn't that their reward? I'm not sure. I would like to see this. It would... I'm still a bit concerned that putting another Renown track, another seasonal journey in the game is... I don't know. I don't know. I'm dubious about it. I think I worry that it's going to tell an awful lot of people that they need to then grind the raid, when up until previously they might have been more than content not grinding the raid, if you know what I mean. But maybe it's an incentive to go and do it. Maybe that's what Blizzard wants. It feels quite engagement metric-y. It depends how they dish out the renown for it. I don't know how they're going to do the renown for it, but they've got to be careful with that. Is my opinion. What's this? This is the big G. The big G. It's quite cool, isn't it? It's quite cool. That's your mythic mount. Probably sit at the top there. Fly yourself around, navigate. It's might be a lot smaller than the model that's used in the boss fight, though, because in the boss fight it looks like Gallywix is sat in it. But it does look very cool. The cigar too. Yeah, it does look cool. Mounts added in patch. How do we do this? Oh. Well, hang on. We got names here. Added in patch. Why can't I? Well, I'm greater than that one then. Greater than or equal than 11.7. So there's the big G. Where did you get the 3D thing from? View in 3D. So this is the basic one. This is the basic mount it can drop. Where's the dinosaur? I can't see anything that is named similar to... What did it say it was? Florendo. Maybe that's not... Maybe that one isn't data mined yet. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. There's meant to be a different one to that. Maybe this doesn't search very well yet. We'll find out. We'll find out more. We'll find out more soon. Well, I have the suspicion then that we'll get 11.1 PTR opening early January then. I'm gonna hazard a guess then that Blizzard are gonna take Christmas off. And then in January we'll get right on it, I guess. Warcraft Holiday Mix on YouTube? An hour-long holiday mix on YouTube. New Warband Campfire character selection screens data mined. Oh, okay. Some slight different variations. That's clearly the hotel. Let's pick one at random. Additional camp groups can now be created. Well, hang on. Is there official... No, that's linking back to... That's linking back to a blue post that they spoke about ages ago. Okay, let's have a little bit of a look at the official notes then. Oh, there we go then. The undermined public test realm will be available for testing after the new year. The changes are for the first week of PTR testing, do not contain full patch notes for the update. Players will travel deep into the Goblin city of Undermine, the capital of the Goblin trade empire. A city like none seen before. There were the cartels of the Undermine. 4 major Goblin cartels, the Steamweedle, the Blackwater, the Bilgewater, and the Venture Company. Each cartel is run by notorious Goblins. There may also be a 5th cartel waiting in the wings that you'll learn a bit about later. Which of these cartels you align yourself with is up to you. Your experience will change within the Undermine depending on which of the cartels you ally with. As you progress, you'll gain access to customizations for your car, new appearances, toys, and the likes. Dynamic and revolutionary improvements to vehicular experiences is what DRIVE stands for, okay. You'll want to make sure you have your sweet ride to roll around in town with. Players can earn a customizable vehicle early on that's designed just for use in Undermine. You'll push the boundaries of locomotion on the roads of Undermine and speed through its causeways and byways at a rate higher than a ground mount can. God, I hope that they add stuff into the professions for this. As part of the progression with your car, you'll meet up with Nanny Talua, who will send you out shipping and handling activities to earn currency to buy parts for your ride. We literally get to Uber. Oh, great. Great. We can side hustle Uber. Sure. Adjust its colour, buy parts for it, add a little bit extra grip to hug the roads, or adjust to slide and glide as they drift around corners. Want to accelerate faster, then you may want to have to sacrifice a little speed. How you customise your car is up to you. This is the new raid then. Despite the best efforts of the United Cartels, Jaster Gallywix has holed himself away in the Gallio and called in every favour ever owed to him, leaving a mountain of would-be oppressors between the goblins of the Undermine and the Chrome King. Gazlo and the rest of goblin kind will need to find their way into the Gallio and rid themselves of Gallywix for good. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 boss tier. Operation Floodgate, new dungeon. Race against time to stop the Dark Fuse in the Venture Cove from blowing up a dam that would flood the Ringing Deeps. Big Mama. Demolition Duo, Swamp Face, and Giesel Gigazap. 4 boss dungeon. Cage of Carnage PvP arena. Set in the Demolition Dome, a close-quarter gladiatorial arena where players are dropped in via trapdoors, separated only by a haphazard metal platform equipped with ramps at every corner. Something for PvP. And then class changes are plenty, I imagine. Class changes are plenty. I tend not to go through class changes because there's always a billion of them, so please seek out your own class changes or take a look once this goes live. We're happy with how Beastmaster Hunter's playing and performing. We're adding more hooks to ensure that the spec has an appropriate area of effect tunability. Okay. Oh my god, they've literally changing half of Hunter. Monk, Paladin, diddler, 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 diddler. Class changes, all the class changes. Can't be reading all of this. I don't have that many words. Delves. 2 new delves are going to be available. Excavation Site 9 and the Side Street Sluice. New variants to almost all of the War Within delves, with the majority of them being Goblin themed. Love that. Love the leaning in on the Goblin theme. Delver's Journey has been updated with new rewards. We're going to get the Delver's Globetrotter as a new Delve mount that can be slightly customized as well. The Challenger Encounter is going to give you a gold variation of it again. We're keeping Bran. This was what was a bit of a surprise to me. I don't know if I dreamt this but I always went by the assumption that each season we were getting a new companion to run through delves with. We were contemplating whether Reno Jackson was going to turn up or something. But apparently we're sticking with Bran for the entire expansion. But he is going to get the specialized role of tank this time round. We're aiming to make healing more viable and engaging option for doing solo delve content. So you can just have Bran run around, tank everything for you, and you can heal him up. Fair enough. Bran relies on his allies, scavenged advanced technology, and his trusty shotgun to charge into the front lines. And he's going to do a bunch of stuff that will be easier to understand when we see it. Dungeons then. Season 2 Mythic Dungeons. Operation Floodgate. Cinderbrew Meadery, the Rookery, Dark Flame Craft, Priory, the Sacred Flame, the Motherlode, Mechagon Workshop, and the Theatre of Pain. So these are the 3 old school ones. New account-wide achievements. Presumably mostly a copy-paste with some affix changes. Item effects that increase their damage for each enemy struck while splitting between all enemies, sometimes known as meteor damage, has been increased by 100%. Trinkets of this type tend to scale very poorly compared to stat trinkets in area of effect situations. Whilst this change is not necessarily intended to put them on par with each other, it should make them more competitive overall. Okay. Completing the feat of strength for achieving Keystone Master or 1600 plus rated in PvP or killing the final raid boss on Heroic or Mythic now grants 1 additional Catalyst charge as a reward. Sure. Play at a high level. Get more Catalysts. I guess that's fair. Some PvP changes. PvP class changes as well. Additional camp groups can now be created on the character select screen with a maximum of 20 groups. Groups can be renamed or deleted by right-clicking on the group header button. So maybe if you want to mog out, your loading screens, you can have 20 different variations using your different characters, I suppose. Sure. New warband campsite backgrounds can be unlocked for the character select screen. A list of available campsites can be found within the warband collection tab. Collected campsites can be accessed and displayed from the main menu button. Assign a campsite background for a specific group or for all of the groups. Set a certain campsite as your favorite or randomize from your favorites. Okay. Quest logs has some changes. The map filter now has a counter for how many items are hidden from the map. Sure. Specializations for hunter pets can now be changed in the stable via a drop-down menu. Add-ons can now be categorized by add-on authors, and related add-ons will be grouped automatically in the list. Search and new right-click options have been added into the menu. These are things that, add-on? There's the add-on manager add-on. Believe it or not, has been doing this sort of stuff for years. Okay, not a blip about any profession-y stuff or any indication of anything. I guess that kind of probably falls under like specific items and gearing, I suppose. Okay. Well, we will get to peruse and have a good look at this soon. The following notes have been added. Nothing particularly interesting there. Okay. Well, it's going to be fun to have a little bit of a play with that then in the new year. I'm kind of glad that I can go away for a week over Christmas knowing that they're not going to drop a PTR instantly, which is good. We can have a little bit of a poke around with that soon. Do I dare check the forums and see what the consensus is on this? What are people saying? Do not remove my marksman pets. I didn't read the changes enough, but there seems to be some stink about. Seems to be some stink about marksman pets here. Feedback hunters. Oh, what are they doing? Greetings hunters. Undermined pack leaders receiving a complete rework. As we thought we'd take this opportunity to explain some of our decisions, thought process and goals with it. Pack leader fantasy. When reassessing what the fantasy of a pack leader is, we took inspiration from the iconic hunter Rexar. Rexar doesn't cleanly fall into any hunter specialization, but he mostly aligns with survival with a splash of BM given his repertoire of pets. As such, Rexar seemed like a fantastic thought line to help guide our hand when designing Pack Leader's second iteration. Beastmaster summons many random beasts with Dire Beast and has even dipped its toes into summoning iconic beasts with talents like Huntsmaster's Call, summoning Haiti and Fenrir. So having a pool of special beast summons made a lot of sense. However, summoning beasts is a largely unexplored territory for a survival hunter. For Pack Leader, we wanted to ensure that you were summoning beasts from a specific pool and that each pet felt unique, like your hunter and their pack had a special bond. This direction felt more in line with survival's fantasy of having a uniquely strong bond with smaller suite of pets. Okay. Oh my god, this is an essay. Marksman Hunters receiving substantial update to its Spectrian fantasy. We'd take the opportunity. Lone Wolf no longer. I don't play Marksman though. I've never enjoyed Marksman. Part of the reason I've never enjoyed marksman is that they often tend to go with the lone wolf approach. I like having my pets. I should probably read all of this. This is far too much for me to read in, like, whilst also trying to be somewhat entertaining. But apparently hunters are having significant changes. Okay. Please don't remove marksman's pets. Oh, okay. Devil Saw mount. This is the first time since Dragon Soul that there are 2 RNG all difficulty presumable mounts and a top difficulty mount. Why, Blizzard? It's annoying enough as a mount collector to farm the usual 1 RNG mount off the end boss. But why are 2 in 1 raid again? Boo flippity hoo. It's a cool ass mount, shut. That's all I've got to say on that topic. Right, let's get some Winter Veil stuff done. Let's get some Winter Veil stuff done. We can worry about the PTR soon. Soon. Happy cultural midwinter festivities, everybody. I'm off to overeat and spend some quality time with the family. See you in a week or so. Cholita, have fun. Merry Christmas to you. We will see you back again in a week-ish. I'm also going to be, after today, away for, I'm going to say 1 calendar week. It might be a little bit less. It might be a little bit more. Depends just how. I'm also away as of Saturday. I'm away. I'm physically not here. We're going to the in-laws for Christmas this year, and so I'm not even physically here. I think we are planning on coming back, I believe, on the 26th, but maybe the 27th. If we don't come back till the 27th, that's obviously a Friday. We might start back again on the 30th would be my expectation. Start back on that Monday. Start back, just get going then again. Of which I would also suspect. Man, can you imagine if they drop PTR? Like, they might drop PTR on the 2nd of January. That would be a quick start back, I would imagine. Oh, we don't actually have to kill the big grumpus dude, do we? We just need to get his treasures. Sometimes you can turn up here and not actually have to kill him, which is weird. That killing the big dude is not actually the thing we need to do. The idea was that nobody would want to level a new companion when they have Bran already leveled. Maybe. I see that. I see the logic in that. It might have been less of a chore if they hadn't made leveling Bran such a chore, if you know what I mean. If he leveled twice as fast, it might not have been as bad to implement new ones. But since people have put so much time and effort into leveling Bran, maybe it is kind of best if he sticks around. The new one could have just started at 60. Well, that's also true.
Oh, do I have a deal for you? Keep it real. Glad I could help.
Tiny green ragdoll. Oh, we've already got that one. This dude, though, does have access to Garrison, so we should do the Garrison stuff as well. I don't have level 3 Garrisons on half of my toons. And without level 3 Garrisons, there's not actually quite so much to do every day. How do we get out of here? Here's the exit. Buy my ogre caches. Yeah, ogre caches and barrels of oil, I would imagine, are popping off again, right?
Well, spit it out. Glad I could help. Have a good one. If you ever need anything, keep it real.
I was only not using dragon riding so we could use our Rudolph mounts, but I'd rather just get there. Is this the area? No, we've missed it. It's up here somewhere. Follow the arrows. I've got too many arrows on my screen. Grumpus, there we go. Go, go, go. Rudolph, not Rudolph. Do Rudolph things. Pull some of you at the same time. Why not? Why not? YOLO. Right, kids, out your cages. Out your cages. Yeah, if I was here more for Christmas, I'd consider setting up more toons with their level 3 garrisons, but on the basis of that, I'm probably, especially if we turn back up in a week's time after Christmas and dive straight into PTR season, I'm probably not going to have that much grind time on Winter Veil in general. Probably the exact reason why I haven't historically set it up on 1 billion characters before, because I'm in the same situation most years. I only get a few days to play it, not enough time to justify a big old army setup for it, unfortunately. Why is there no kids in the cages? Can everybody stop letting the kids out of the cages, please? Do we need any more of these? Just one more. Alright, you're done. Kids and gifts now. Turns out people have caught on to the idea of doing this, apparently. 3 of 5. There's 2. Oh, somebody bombed them. Did I get them? No. Flipping now. I put them on cooldown, but I didn't get them. There, look. There. 2. Go. Bosh. Is that everybody? That's everybody. Lovely stuff. I've got a level 3 garrison on all 47 toons. It's got to be done. Holy. Okay, yeah. Well, the irony is I've probably got a lot of lower level characters that do have level 3 garrisons from back in the past, but it would be the first time I've touched them for a long time. And I don't actually have a huge army of alts. Not anywhere near as many as people would kind of expect somebody like me to have. I do actually still need a few things from these. What do I still need? Festive outfit and little helpers. Little helpers, go.
Keep it real.
Got to appease all the things gods. That would be this dude done then, I would imagine. Send him home. Send him home. But more than enough alts, just not had time to set them all up. I'd yeah, I'd probably suggest setting them up not right now. That's the weird thing, because you know, setting them up right now is going to be an expensive way of doing it.
Is that your wallet? Or are you just glad to see me? Both, I hope.
You know what I also haven't done?
Subscribed for 10 months and says good morning.
Chris, thank you very much for the tier
morning,
1 for 10.
Chris
Appreciate
49.
it.
Remember to check for a Twitch Prime and Merry Christmas. Keep supporting Manthius on Twitch for more gaming fun.
Thank you, Sandley. Thank you, Chris. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. You don't need to buy the caches. You can just wait a bit and be patient. About patience. About that patience. Yes, that thing that some people have. That thing that some people have. Oh, this dude's already in the garrison. Alright, well, we'll start the journey halfway through then, if that's the case.
Yeah, what do you want? Be careful out there. Glad I could help. Pleasure doing business with ya.
Yeah, this is where Zygor's gonna want me to go all the way back to the beginning to do the other stuff before doing the stuff that's here. It's the only slight downside of Zygor is that while it's nice and convenient that it just says do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, sometimes it's not willing to bend the steps in a more convenient... That's one thing I think they could really do to make the guide even more clever, is tweak it and adjust it so that it's more tailored for what you've done or where you are. Like for now, it should have absolutely told me to do this section first rather than doing the save the reindeer bit. See if we can just get some cheeky tags. Saved you. Make it look like I'm helping out, when in fact all we're doing is we're saving kids. Zygor still thinks it's normal, flying path, etc. Needs updating to account for dragon riding. Yeah, it still doesn't quite know. It hasn't quite figured out the timings on those. So yes, you are right. It does occasionally tell you to take flight paths instead, when it would actually technically quicker these days to just fly there yourself, but in a way, maybe it is a bit safer for it to say, you know, just take this flight path. At least it means that you can get up and go bathroom, whatever. Though it is slightly counterproductive, since one of the reasons why, you know, one of the big selling points of Zygor is that it's quicker and easier. But I'm yet to have found the absolute perfect algorithmically based leveling add-on. So, and because Zygot offers like 10 billion extra cool little side things, I still use it. You can enable the advanced travel methods and it then recommends dragon riding. Oh, does it actually? I see. Now this is where I should probably check these things out before looking at them, shouldn't I? Do I not have those activated? Show travel directions. Enable the travel system. Travel methods. Oh, I've actually got it checked to prefer flight paths. Okay, turn that off then. Advanced. This will try and reach your destination in the fastest way possible using all methods of travel. This may mean having to fly directly on your mount or using routes that seem strange. Ah, there we go. Boom. Boom. It's all about setting it up. Cha-ching, welcome in. Good morning, good morning. It was telling me to Hearth to Stormwind and then catch the train to Ironforge rather than flying back to Ironforge. It may still claim that catching the train is faster, but it also might depend on whether you actually, you know, it takes into consideration that you might have to stand around waiting for the train. I don't know.
Interesting. Hurry back.
But you're right. You're right.
What's up? Be good. Have a good one. Keep it real.
Right, what's the last thing I actually need from this vendor? Was it the festive outfit? Merry Supplies. The last thing I need with Merry Supplies is the festive outfits. There we go. So that appeases the all the things gods.
Careful out there.
That means from this point on, we just farm Grumpus mounts on any toon that is eligible. And the travel system in Zygo is pretty clever, though. Let's not forget, it could very easily just tell you, go here, and just put your waypoint on the map and make you figure out how to get there. I mean, it would be a strong argument to say then the value in the add-on isn't quite as strong, but like it could easily take that route and just not try and guide you at all. So I like the fact, even if it's not the fastest, I like the fact that it does mostly just work. This is one where it's it needs an update to tell you that this dude is here, but he was only added like yesterday, so we'll let them off. Can't believe this isn't a mountain game, by the way. Even told me to use some weird toy I didn't even know I had to get from Talador to Zangarmarsh direct. Boom. Yeah. If it knows those things, let it do its thing. We'll have a Blingtron, why not? It's party. Free Mets and we have actually got to wait around this time. Oh, why are my keybinds character specific? Edit mode? No. Options, keybinds. Oh, I have got character specific ones. Just use the global ones. They should be correct. No, apparently not. Fuck. There we go. Where's the big dude then? Look at all the people waiting. Look at all the people waiting. What did we get in our Blingtron gift? Anything interesting? 4 gold, 35 gold, Shieldtronic shield. Gloves of great feather, classic leatherworking, 190. I think we've got that. Yeah, we've collected that one. We haven't collected the appearance though, mind. Let's learn some knowledgey stuff while we're here, maybe. If we're going to be lingering. I clearly need to go through and empty my mailboxes, actually. Artisan security, knowledge points. These are all patron order shit that I should have done more of. Yoink. Because I do try and keep up to date with my patron orders, believe it or not. As it's the fastest and quickest way to cap out these characters' professions. What was this? Green winter clothes? Not collected. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Yoink. A recipe I don't own on my tailor? When was that added to the game then? Oh, that sounds like he's here. Pew! Get him gone! Down he goes. He got ruined. Where's Rudolph gone? There he is. You're free! Be freedoms! I get why people main mages who are also collectors though. Portals, teleports, invaluable. I do genuinely get it. Goblin mage. Gotta be pretty solid. They did add a portal. What, back to Orgrimmar? From that zone? Did they? They added a teleport one way. Did they add another one to get you back?
Talk to me. Hurry back. Keep it real. Glad I could help.
Right, I still need so many things from these stolen presents though. I'm only 57.14% complete on these. So many toys and all bits and pieces coming from here. A bunch of which are part of achievements as well. Which is the reason I'm pumping these right now. What was that? Shaking pet carrier. Tiny growls can be heard from inside. Teaches you how to summon Jingles the baby raptor. When was this added? In 9.1. We've got one of you. Got one of you. Not allowed any more of you. That's sad. Delete. It was a valiant effort. Right, next tune. That worked really well if only I didn't hate Mage. I kind of fall in the same category. I used to really enjoy Mage. Okay, let me clarify. I really enjoy Mage in like dungeons. Fire Mage in dungeons is one of the funnest classes you can play. Because you just line everything up, you build up your ignite, and then you just blast and things explode. It's just really fun. But in the outer world, I don't like the glass cannon-y feel of a mage out in the open world. I know if you know how to play a mage properly, then you're not glass cannon in the slightest, but shut up. This is my show. Do you farm the WOD mount too? As and where I have rank 3 garrisons. I'm not setting up rank 3 garrisons if I don't already have them. But on toons that do already have them, I will go do the WOD stuff, yes. Because there's no reason not to. It takes 4 minutes. And if I'm on that character already, and we're doing stuff already...
Time is money, friend.
But I haven't actually got all that many characters that have got it set up.
Yo, keep it real.
But yeah, Grumpus is a good selling mount. And of course, everybody knows everyone that you farm is free, right? Yoink. Any Rudolphs? No Rudolphs. And it's much... This whole event is much better for Horde. This Winter Veil event in its entirety is much better for Horde. I accidentally logged on to my one Alliance character that I have at level 80. And did this, and it took me quite literally 3 times as long to do the whole thing. You have to start pissing around, going through Undercity all the time, and oh god, it's horrible. The irony that getting to Stormwind and, like, I know there's a train between Stormwind and Ironforge, but can you do Grumpus at lower level, or can you only do it at max? I would imagine by now you can do it as soon as you have a level 3 garrison. I've at least seen Grumpus scaled down to like 70-ish level something. He's not always level 80, so I imagine the answer is yes. I'm pretty sure you can probably do it on any character that's got that level 3 garrison. Which by now is like, what, level 30? I guess. Borealis then to Ironforge is quicker than the train. Oh yeah, it's just portal hopping, isn't it? Yeah, hop to one, hop to another. Yeah, maybe. That's why all alts should have engineering as their second profession, such a time saving with wormholes. It is true. Wormholes do help. Where is this dude? Can we do the same? Can we empty this fella's mailbox? Does he have anything in the mailbox? No. I'm pleasantly surprised, you know, just how much these, like, finishing reagents for plus skill have held their value. I know they're like 300 gold a piece now. They're not worth a fraction what they were, but I was expecting these to be like 2 gold a piece, like almost instantly. I thought people would be doing so many patron orders that there'd just be so many of these, and I never really expected so many people to look at using them when crafting either. Maybe because they're thrown at your face via patron orders, more people figured out that they exist even. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Oh, I need to remember to go and kiss the innkeepers as well, don't I? because quite a lot of that is linked to achievements. Where is this dude? Is he coming to play or what? There he is. Go, go, gadget, go. Oh, I say go. Oh, wait, hang on, I'm a paladin. I was pressing keybinds like I was on a hunter then. Ruined. Actually ruined. Medicine be free. So somebody was saying there's a portal on the way back. These are just mages doing their own portals. There's not a dude you speak to get zoomed back, is there? Can you talk to this guy? There's no dude over there to talk to. No, I think you just got to haul ass yourself, innit ya? Dalaran Hearthstone. The ride to this place, I want that as a mount. Oh yeah, the first time I saw that yesterday, I was like, I need that. I need that. They're doing solid work with the mounts recently, you know. In very quick succession, they've added a bunch of mounts that everybody wants.
Says the big 3-0. Merry Christmas.
Oh, the big 3-0.
The big 3-0. Congratulations, Wora. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Now,
keep spreading that holiday cheer and gaming on with Manthius.
I have to ask, Wu, what feels better, the big 3-0 or hitting the bill? I think I know which one. It's alright. You don't have to say. I think we all know which one. 40 will feel even better though, right? Absolutely. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Isn't it better to hearth to the garrison, do your stuff there, then go to the Ogrimmar from the portal afterwards? Probably. I just press the buttons. But you are right. And then hand it all in one go. After chatting with you yesterday on stream, we were about how you have surpassed your long-standing milestone to hit 1 billion gold. There was part of me yesterday that was like, do we get Project Pet up and running again? Should we get Project Pet out, you know? Because it's one of those. I know I'm at a point with my gold total that I know exactly what I need to do to make my 50 M's turn back into 100 and turn that 100 into 400, 500. But I know what I need to do, but it's whether I've got the willingness to do it. And more importantly, I'm not sure how interesting I can make it for the purpose of stream. Want to buy my stock so then I can retire for real. I don't have enough gold to even buy half of your stock, my friend. 1 billion? Ban him? Wu's been master gold maker for a long time. Puts me to shame. I was subbed to you for a few months on YouTube back in the day, though. It's true. It's true. You're one of the long OGs who, for when we were even streaming on YouTube. I mean, I know we're streaming on YouTube as well now, but when we were actually maining YouTube, that is. Before we came to Twitch full stop. Do we need more? Oh, we do need more grumplings. Okay, they got deleted. Can never seem to find these unusual gifts. They seem to be more available here. Did I kill Grumpus? I think I did. Here's 2. Beautiful. I had my time back in Rathcat when I cornered the glyph market. Hit gold cap many times over. It's all gone now due to inflation. The thing is, there's also an awful lot of stuff to spend gold on in this game. This is one thing I've found. Like, the second I stop proactively making gold, my gold total does do this. It very heavily declines very quickly because there's huge amounts of stuff to spend gold on. And if you keep spending it like you're still earning it 10 million a month, then it disappears pretty fast. A glowing gift. 571 trinket. Okay, sure. Unironically, actually an upgrade. Yoink. And now my merry supplies can be dumped into suspicious gifts or whatever they're called. Where have you gone? Savage gift.
Pleasure doing business with ya.
300 oil. Stinky. Stinky. Oh my god, this character's got 15,000 oil on him already. I mained this paladin in Warlord of Draenor. Can you tell? Okay, no luck on anything on this dude today. Sad. Sad. Nothing of interest. What we did actually need to do, which I forgot to do, is go and kiss the innkeepers again. Whoops. Yeah, good old Glyphmus back in the day. That was crazy. What is oil good for these days? Not really anything, really. Wasn't it for sending out ship missions from Garrison Table 2, if I remember? I think that's what it was for.
Thrall Hall. Be safe.
Mwah. What did we get? Some fresh holly. Oh, the old heirloom ring. Yeah, that's true.
I got what you need.
And there was one of those for each, before they made the funky gear that automatically changes, there was one of those for each
Time is money, friend.
There was a strength 1, an agility 1, an intellect 1, if I remember right. But now they're all the same. It's weird how the WAD garrisons still feel like 5 minutes ago. Even though they're really not. I really enjoyed WAD. I don't personally remember enjoying WAD much. I remember spending a bunch of time in Tanan Jungle. I think I spent a reasonable amount of time in WAD leveling alts. I know a lot of people were tinking around making millions in the garrison. I don't really equally remember doing too much of that either. I don't know. WAD was a weird expansion for me. What was I doing during WAD? I don't know. I can't quite remember. I think the garrisons being a thing that weren't really what we wanted them to be meant I didn't play WAD all that heavily. I like the leveling and the raids themselves, but kind of felt imprisoned by the garrisons with the numbers of vaults I had farming them. Yeah. I never had huge amount, because back in WAD, actually getting like a proper alt army on the go was quite a thing still. That was still when leveling was speedier, but by no means fast compared to today's standards. You were still looking at, back in WAD, I think you were still looking at like 12 to 15 hours just to get to level 40, and then 40 to whatever level you had to be for WAD. Was it 70? I can't remember. Still also took quite some time. I remember not having too many bonus characters back then. Oh, what do we get? The Hearth Station. A Goblin improved Hearthstone experience with auto-building decks. Nice. Boom. There's another one. Why did ATT not go da-da-da-da? ATT's meant to scream and shout when I get something cool. Back in, I got back into multi-boxing at that time. I had so many. Yeah, I don't think I'd quite picked up my multi-boxing addiction in WAD. Oh, I need to turn off some add-ons though. Holy.
What do you need?
Snowflakes. Do I need anything from those? I need to have a little look at the achievements list again, don't I? Figure some stuff out here.
What you need? Keep it real. Hurry back.
Too busy doing mean saving reindeers.
Glad I could help.
God, I want this mount. when they release a housing, they need to let you add all the work tables to it. This is the thing, right? Like, I wonder how cautious Blizzard are going to be with player housing. Because player housing needs to both be cool, because there's 2 decades of people thinking about how cool it can be. But it also needs to not be a trap like the garrisons were again. Like, how do you make player housing both something that is fun to play with, but also not something that you feel completely imprisoned by? And if you start adding too much, this is what the garrison allowed you to put an auction house in there. It had the mailbox in there. You had vendors in there. Like, the garrison quite quickly added some of these quality of life reasons that made you never, ever, ever really have to leave it, which was a problem. I wonder how they're going to navigate player housing. How are they going to make it fun, but also make it so that you still want to lurk out in the capital city, not just hang out in your player housing? I don't know how they're going to navigate that one. I want my prison. Okay. Yeah, it's you got to kind of hope it doesn't make the capital city completely deserted. It's a brand new team hired and designated specifically for housing. That doesn't matter. Like, whether they're a new team or an old team, an existing team, it doesn't matter. Like, the problem still stands. They've got to be careful with it, because that's actually almost more problematic if you have a designated team, because that team will want player housing to be the best thing that's ever happened since sliced bread. And they will want to put this in it, and they'll want to put that in it, and be like, can we get an auction house in there? Can we have like guild meeting room in there, and like, can we do all of this, and can we do that, and can we do this? If it's a dedicated team that's trying to like prove their worth, especially if they're like it's a new team, that's almost double bad, because it's then going to mean that they're extra incentivized to try and slam it full of absolutely everything. They got to be careful. We need to go play some games that have player housing in to see how others do it. Unironically, I kind of like the way New World did it, in terms of the fact that you claim a plot of land in the capital city in the first place. And sure, you can decorate it however you want, but you basically just use it as a save location, and you have your stash in there. That's like, was basically it, which kind of felt all right. Like, you kind of don't want to put too much utility in there, I think. Because if you slam it full of everything, then nobody's ever got a reason to leave it. Hide from the Sims. Can you imagine? You get to trap your next door neighbour in the swimming pool until they just become a little grave in the swimming pool. Because nobody ever did that in the Sims, right?
Hurry back! Keep it real!
Wild Holly is another toy. Transform your mount into something wildly festive. Hey, does that mean we now don't need the... we have a permanent one of those. Oh, well, that's better. That gets favorited. There won't be work order tables. There won't be an auction house, totally copium. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't understand why people are so afraid of deserted capital cities. It's nothing but fluff. People port there mostly to use the portal room, and then they're out there in a few seconds. But it's also where trade chat exists. It also is where most people lurk when they're joining Mythic, trying to find Mythic Plus groups. So, you know, it has... people lurk in the capital cities, right? What you don't want to take away is people's main hangout spot, because it's the main hangout spot that kind of, especially with sharding being so aggressive these days, it's kind of what quite literally makes the game feel alive some days. If you have nobody running around the capital city, it just gives that dead game vibe, yeah. Have I got war mode on? No. Why is it saying I've got war mode on? Why am I flagged for PvP? Hello? That was not the intention. That's also put me on a what appears to be a dead shard. That's frustrating. What else do we still need from those? Stolen presents, here we go. We got 25 of the 43 possible rewards from the stolen presents. We're missing a flamer controller. This was added in 6.6 and I still don't have it. Lol. Oh god. I'm so many years behind with this. Thrashing battleship that was added in 8.2. Oh, that's Alliance only. Oh, that's not fun. I forgot there was Alliance only stuff in here. The Thrashing Juggernaut is the Horde only version. Oh, hello. Pew pew. Shredder controller. Oh, half my tooltips aren't going to work because I'm in combat now. Yeah, I've got what feels like a decade's worth of Winter Veil farming to do. And I don't have enough characters. I just need to level every character on my account to 70, don't I? We just need to get some earthens on the go. Why did I not abuse Remix harder? That's the real question. Why did I not abuse Remix like an absolute machine and just fill my account with 70s? Really should have done that. I think I got maybe 20 alts leveled in Remix. I really should have pumped for like 100. I slacked. You know what? It's because of flipping beta, wasn't it? Far too busy in beta. Turbulent Timeways leveling still quick. Ish. Ish.
What's up? Glad I could help. Keep it real.
Oh, another grunch pet. Another grunch pet. These are cageable, by the way. Or at least they were yesterday. I have the sneaky suspicion that they're not meant to be cageable. But they are. Their region market average of 135,000 right now. 32,000 region sale average so far. Not entirely sure quite how lucrative these are going to be long term, but although by the looks of things, they're coming down pretty quick. And interestingly, there's some names on that list I recognise. Maybe the stock of those is going to be a bit rich after a few days, maybe. Plus, it was fun playing Ranthius. Well, yeah, Remix was also quite amusing from having just an absolute wham character as well, yeah. Running all of the raids and doing all the bronze farming and stuff, and that was also quite fun, which kept me more away from the let's get a multi-box team up and running and spam shit, even though that was an opportunity that I hope I don't live to regret not taking advantage of, but
Hurry back. Keep it real.
much better than Volpira's. Anything's better than Volpira's. I can do some time walking boosts on my Twink if you want to do a few 4x teams that way. It's something I'm probably going to set up myself, honestly. As it sort of seems like something that should be done. I already have a Twink level, twinked out character. It's not the War Within twinked out, but it's good enough as a starting point. And I am probably going to designate 4 accounts to it at some point. That... Oh, look, somebody else has got some Rudolphs. Did you get the proper Rudolphs? You got a red nose. Got a red nose and a non-red nose. Good effort. I wanted to get 2 red nose Rudolphs. I hit instance cap. It's awkward with the level 10, 11 Twinks due to the XP buff. Yeah, that's true. Getting a level 70 on a non-War Within account so you don't have the XP debuff is probably a better play. I leveled up 3 Battle.net accounts within 30 days of game time and never logged on since, just in case. Just in case. Just in case. It's something cool to have in your back pocket if needed, though. Alright, when is this dude going to spawn? You know what? It's going to take a minute. Quick bathroom break. I'm going to go grab a drink. I'll be back in 2 minutes, boys and girls.
chugga, 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 choo, choo.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
Are we winning? Are we winning? Yes, there we go. There we go. For the price of a token, 65 characters at level 70 seemed like a great deal. Now they're collecting dust, though. Well, one thing that I've learned over the years is that whilst there may not necessarily be always something that's super useful for having loads of alts, when something super useful does turn up, having them in your back pocket is a massive win. I would still go as far as saying that considering you've got them spread across different accounts, that even logging them in one team at a time and doing knacks is probably still an incredible gold per hour right now. Because those dented pieces are still money, I reckon. Well, I can't remember what the name of them are now. Dented something. What's the... No. What were they called? Oh my god, my brain. Lamented, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, these things are still crazy money, look. Tier 3 armor tokens are still crazy money. And I imagine that there's not going to be much that's going to change this. It's an armor set that's very iconic. It's hard to farm though. Yeah, but that's why you multi-box it. That's the point. If you've got, if you've got 3 accounts set up with 65 level 70s on all 3 accounts, you just take a team of 3 through each and every time. It's time consuming to do it on a single account. Doing it on a single account basically equates to like 10,000 gold an hour. Plus you need the accounts in the first place to be able to do it. It's 10,000 gold an hour for as long as your alts last. So there's a finite number that you can do it for anyway. But of course, if you can multi-box that, you can double, triple, quadruple. People are running like 8 accounts through there because of course it's a raid, don't forget. If you've got your full BattleNet set up, you can run it 8 at a time. Zan was doing a bunch of that. There's a few people in Zan's community that do something similar, even to this day. Then you combo that with selling them across the region, so that you're not all dumping all of your stock on one account, one realm. You'll be good. Gallins runs 24 accounts. I always wonder what that guy's up to. He seems to be such a controversial figure. I do both think that he probably does some pretty crazy things, but I'm also half of the opinion that a lot of it could be hot air. I'm never sure. But either way, the point still stands is that, yeah, you multi-box that shit. It's a good money maker. It's probably a very good money maker. Oh, wait, no, hang on. I didn't even hand in the quest on that, dude. Whoops. When was the last time you saw somebody looking for a T3 craft? And I don't have my eyes open for that. I don't craft shit for people under normal circumstances. I'm not checking trade chat, but I'm quite sure they just come through as personal order, public orders. I reckon if you have the ability to craft those items on public order, you can probably find those public orders quite frequently. And I actually weirdly still suspect that the tips on them are probably more reasonable than even the War Within crafts, because people know that there's going to be very few crafters out there that have those recipes, and as time goes on, it's going to be less and less and less and less and less. You'll be able to charge a premium just because you can do it and somebody else, and there's nobody else to do it.
Talk to me. Keep it real. Glad I could help.
Nothing on that one. I need to speed this up. I need to burn through these characters, and then we need to take a little bit of a look at the achievements and see if there's any of the other achievements we can tick off.
Oh, do I have a deal for you?
Do you actually have anything else to sell that's interesting? No. %60 of the things from the stolen presents, apparently, by the looks of things.
Glad I could help. Hurry back.
Time is money, friend.
We bought all of these new cosmetics yesterday. Yeah, we just need to get these stolen gifts, as many as possible.
Yo. Keep it real.
Zygor seems to think you only need to be level 30 to do this as well. What is it I'm working towards when doing this? Well, Winter Veil is an event that I do so infrequently, and I usually only get to play it a day or two each year because of Christmas. There's still huge amounts of toys and stuff to collect from these rewards. What was the stolen gift or something? It's hard to keep something up on screen for it because I'm dancing between characters, but the holiday events, Feast of Winter Veil, basically anything that comes out of these stolen presents. So there's huge amounts of toys and stuff that you can get that most people have probably got a lot of these if they've farmed this event, but with me only farming it once, a couple of days each year, I'm still missing loads of goodies. Don't expect to get everything, but you only get one shot per character per day, so I'm making use of that. It's this quest, You're a Mean One, which you need to complete to get the stolen present. Yeah, bunch of toys. Unspent talent points, how's that a thing? Whoops. I've clearly hit level 70 and then never bothered to press any other buttons. Hit level 70, hit level 80, I mean. Jesus, how tall are you? Jesus. That is, without question, impressive size. Jesus, what's going on? Relax. There he is. Get him gone. Down he goes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Click the gift. Oh, we've clicked the gift. Free the reindeer. Have somebody dropped this right on the reindeer? Okay. Yeah, the amount of people I'm seeing doing this, I have a sneaky suspicion that the new Grinch pet's going to be like 10 gold by the end of the event. Pets, any new pets tend to only have a couple of days of like super high prices before they come down to normality though. Early bird catches the worm. I think K-Chak put a video out about one on the Siren Isle yesterday. Mrs. K-Chak was farming them and selling them while he was streaming yesterday. 70,000 gold a piece for the new pet from the Siren Isle.
I could help. Hurry back.
Disposable winter veil suits. Hey, there we go. That's a cool one I wanted. That was added all the way back in 7.0.3. I've only just managed to get it now. Now we can put a box of suits down. And everybody can be festive. Woo! It's actually quite a cool toy, that. Anything that changes your appearance is in the category of just cool.
Yo. Keep it real.
Grab you.
Time is money, friend.
Zip over. We don't have a garrison on this dude. So we can only free Metzen. We're going to get lucky this time and phase into a zone where it's just been done. No, there seems to be a lot of people lurking. Seems to be really random. Like, if you're lucky, you turn up here and the event's just finished and you grab your bag, click your reindeer, and it's job done. But there doesn't seem to be as many groups up for this today. I wonder if this is one of those things that most people have farmed the crap out of it already. And everybody just turned up yesterday to get the new pet. And now they're done. What's in the mailbox on this dude? Are you good, Doge? Dog's got fur balls again. I need to go burn a bunch of concentration as well. We need to craft a bunch of shit. Slacking. I need to do my profession weekly stuff. I've done nothing profession-wise this week. Oh, Lord. I'm kind of hoping that taking a week over Christmas will get me out of the habit of and get me out of the routine of obsessing around the professions. And I often need to take a small break from the game completely to drop the routine element of it, because I think for most of my characters that I have now, my professions are more than kitted out. Like, I'm 100 plus 40 with full rare tools on, like, every single character now. Knowledge points will just turn up as they turn up. Like, I'm at the point now where, yeah, sure, it'd be nice to fill out the rest of the trees, but it really doesn't make a blind bit of difference. Don't really need to be tinkering with patron orders anywhere near as much. I absolutely certainly don't need to be farming artisan security anywhere near as much. We can really take our foot off the gas, I think, with most of our professions now. And just kind of like, they're at a point where they're mostly going to be able to do whatever they need to do for the rest of the expansion. We do some basic stuff, we get some extra bonus knowledge points, maybe we can fill out a few more nodes, but especially most of like the secondary professions on the characters. Like I spent a bunch of time putting a whole bunch of points into ring enchants, and then as it's turned out that ring enchants haven't really popped off quite as much. Oh my god, I'm getting my ass handed to me. I feel that I'm mostly ready for whatever 11.1 throws at us now, as far as professions, which means we can take the foot off the gas from the profession side of stuff and do some more of this sort of collecting-y sort of business, I reckon. A little bit more relaxed, a little bit less sort of go, go, go all the time. Hopefully I can get to the point where I'm not so concerned that, oh no, I must burn all of my concentration ASAP sort of thing. Because it's now not worth anywhere near as much as it once was. I want most professions to get under like 5 gold per point of concentration. If 1,000 concentration doesn't even get me 5k gold, that's kind of my cutoff point personally. I will then look at it and be like, well, it's just not worth doing at the moment. Like the faff of keeping up with it, logging through all of the characters, keeping all the professions, all of that sort of business, it's no longer worth the time or the effort. But annoyingly, quite a few of my characters are still like 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 gold per point of concentration, which is like, oh, you really should be getting that. I'm still poor enough that matters. When is 11.1? Has it been announced? It'll land in the middle of February. It'll be 1 of 2 weeks it will turn up. My money personally is on the 11th of February, with the raid launching on the 18th. That's kind of when I suspect it will be. Plunderstorm ends on the 19th. Obviously, we're on EU, so you know our reset day is Wednesday. But I think the end of Plunderstorm will coincide with the launch of the raid, or the launch of 11.1. It'll be one of these 2 weeks, the 12th or the 19th. For us EU players, 11th or the 18th if you play Team NA. But we won't have the PTR until the new year apparently. So
Potential customer. Hurry back. Keep it real.
crashing, thrashing, shredder controller. There we go. There's another one that came with an achievement as well. Proud owner of the 2014 Winter Veil gift, the Crashing Thrashing Shredder. It's taken me 10 years to get this one. I told you I don't do the Winter Veil. It's taken me a decade to get this one. That's outrageous. I told you I've been slacking on this. Any news on the profession reset? No. I wouldn't hold your breath for it, to be honest. It's one of those that the longer the expansion goes on, the less important a reset is, because when you think about it, there's a catch-up system anyway, so there's not really a super duper mega need for a spec point reset as well. I'm pretty convinced that we won't get it. Like I think it'll be one of those things that they thought they were going to do something, they weren't able to figure out exactly the way that they want to do it for whatever reason, and so they backtracked before anybody. I don't personally think they'll add it, and I think the longer it takes for them to get it out there, the less it's necessary anyway. You can so quickly get, especially the artisan security. If you really want to get the artisan security quickly, it's really not difficult or like too time restrictive. And if you're somebody that's like aggressively waiting for a reset, there is an easier solution. Just get enough knowledge points to, just add more knowledge points. Reset's only crucial if you kind of get capped on the amount of knowledge points you can have and can't ever fill the whole tree anyway. It might turn up in 11.1. They might do something. But I'm not convinced. I'm pretty convinced that it'll just, they just canned that idea. Maybe they'll do something for midnight. You kind of, if they were going to do the ability to reset your talent points, that's kind of a thing you sort of need to do from the word go. It seems odd to try and throw that in halfway through. A little bit off topic, but Vampire Survivors is free on Epic for the next 4 hours. On Epic, screw Epic. I've got Vampire Survivors on Steam and on my phone. I think I've bought Vampire Survivors a few times. I'd pay for Vampire Survivors. In fact, I'd recommend everybody pay for Vampire Survivors. Don't get it for free, even if you're given the option. Incredible game. But yeah, if you haven't played Vampire Survivors, maybe go pick that up. What do you think will happen after the last Titan expansion? There'll be another expansion. I don't really know. It was phrased that, there's this trilogy to wrap up loose ends. Nothing was actually said about what they intend to do after it. A complete engine update, like an overhaul, feels necessary. And you've also got to think that by the time we get the third expansion in this trilogy, if that's another 3 or 4 years away, we're Classic is going to have mostly caught up with retail by that point as well, if they plan to continue to do one expansion per year for Classic, which is going to be weird to think. If we get Mists of Pandaria this year, Warlords of Draenor next year, Legion the year after, we'll have Legion Classic whilst we're playing Midnight. Shadowlands BFA Classic and Shadowlands Classic during the last Titan. I don't know what they plan to do after that, but I guess we'll have to see.
Who goes there?
If the game is still the absolute cash cow it is today, I'm sure they'll just make another expansion. Keep milking. Okay, there's a lot of people still doing this. Maybe I've phased into a big server here. Wait, why have I been invited? Oh, was that somebody? Was that maybe a mage that was doing me a portal? Whoops. I'm back home now anyway. But thank you for the thought. Actually, thinking about Vampire Survivors, there's a little Vampire Survivors crossed with Diablo game due out soon. What was it called? I wish listed it, but I don't know how to see my wish list. There it is. Yeah, there's this, look. Towers of Babel, Survivor of Chaos. Looks to be like a Vampire Survivors crossed with Diablo kind of game that looks really interesting. That's TLDR coming soon. There was they stated that it was coming at some point in December, but we're on the 20th of December and it's not here yet. But this looks really cool. You can see it's kind of like Diablo 3. It's very, I mean, it's borderline copyright infringement. It's that close to Diablo 3. So I don't know quite how, not quite sure how legit this is, but it seems, this seems fun. I was kind of hoping this would turn up at some point soon. Blending Vampire Survivors and Diablo, hack and slash game, roguelite, survivor elements, and loot-based mechanics. Tower of Babel is a single-player action RPG experience. Looks fun. But yeah, still coming soon. We'll have to wait for that one. And if it's going to hit Steam Deck as well, it might also run on iPad or something even, which would be quite cool. Sort of on topic, but sort of off topic.
Talk to me. Glad I could help. Hurry back.
Go on, give me something good. Tiny green ragdoll. That's not something good. Oh, we need some better tunes. I'm done with Christmas tunes. I also run the risk of infecting my Spotify. Run the risk of infecting my Spotify with Christmas music if I'm not careful. We definitely don't want that. The last thing we want is flipping Mariah Carey screaming at us in July. Dear Lord.
What's up? I got the best deals anywhere. Keep it real. Talk to me. What's up? Hurry back.
Good shard? No, terrible shard. Waiting shard. Let's grab the tree. Safari lounge cushion, red wooden sled, pineapple lounge cushion, Great Father Winter's hearthstone. None of those are attached to achievements, but there's a wreath-a-rang. There's apparently attached to flying festivities. Flying festivities? Or not. No, where's he gone? Flying festivities. There's always a bigger train. They're both football. Are some of these achievements like feats of strength, for example, in terms of the fact that they're not actually in the game? Because there isn't an achievement that's called flying festivities. There's only 4 it claims I don't have from Winter Vale, but there's clearly more. One day, we will break the 30,000 mark. I've been sat at like 28, 29,000 achievement points for so long. There we go, medicine's out. It's clearly that time of day. There's a lot more people online right now, it feels. It felt quite quiet this morning. Whether I just got unlucky on shards, I'm not sure, but it feels a lot busier now. Maybe everybody's killed their Zek, stopped Zek farming, and is now doing Winter Vale. Could also kind of do with grinding out the last 1,500 of the Blessed Iron. Is it called Blessed Iron? What they called? The Siren Iron currency. Then we can get the Wave Shredder from there as well. Right, go on, give me something good. Pineapple lounge chair. Pineapple lounge cushion. There we go, there's another one. Holy shit, that's cash money. You can sell that, motherfucker. Oh, I could have bought this off the auction house all this time and didn't even know. Huh, okay. I didn't even know this was cash monies. Average sale value of like 8,000 gold. Well, there's even more reason to be farming this event. Prices are falling, you may want to wait. I wonder why. It's pineapple. Okay. We can sit on a pineapple. There's one more to the list. I've now logged off on the chair, and it now has no idea where I am. That's interesting.
Talk to me. Glad I could help. Time is money, friend. Keep it real.
Tell you what, this portal there though saves a bunch of time. I'm glad I spotted this. Having to manually travel all the way there and all the way back. Woof. Portal where? I couldn't tell you where it is for Alliance, but there's a dude next to the Christmas tree in Ogrimmar. Farming iron is a pain. Well, this is kind of why I'm thinking maybe I'll just wait till next week when the weeklies turn up, because then you get a big influx of it again. That's weird. When I clicked on this on YouTube, it said streamed 1 day ago. Oh, I might have confused it by the fact I might have used the same title. That sometimes happens. Yeah, YouTube gets slightly confused if you use the same stream title more than once. Time travel confirmed. Farming Zek, unironically, is probably a good way to do it. Not to mention the amount of gear you're going to get for your ults from farming Zek as well. For as long as groups still last. I am kind of surprised that they haven't nerfed that. But maybe they've left it because they know that it will kind of filter its way out anyway. And maybe the distraction of some 11.1 data mine stuff and some, you know, some Winter Veil stuff. Taking the heat off the Siren Isle being a 1 day patch. Sorry, it's not a 1 day patch, it's an 8-week patch, but it's an 8-week patch because they've time gated it, not by dailies, but by weeklies. Hopefully meaning that they think people will have forgotten about it. Time gating can suck an egg from the away egg. I feel you have a vested interest in that. Welcome in. There he is. Pew pew him. Get him gone. Yeah, I still... Whoa, somebody's got the BFA mount. Go on. Go on. Somebody's got Yanni's trash pile. Somebody's hardcore. That would be me. I'm fair play. I'm still miles away from that. Miles away from that. Who would have guessed it? I slacked in BFA as much as I slack these days. Who would have thought? Missing 3 achievements for the meta, so pretty close. It is one of them to do 90 days in Najata.
What's up? Glad I could help. Keep it real.
Because that's not an achievement, that's a prison sentence. Oh, nothing on this dude. Never lucky. Just 3 world quests, waiting for them to come up. Fair play. You don't seem to be slacking very much from my perspective. Literally have no job right now and achieving far less in WoW. Yeah, but you're also probably in space a lot. I haven't even been to space. Never once have I been to space. How sad is that?
Oh, do I have a deal for you? Hurry back.
And for those that don't understand what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about playing Factorio. The other game that consumes huge quantities of my life. This is the teleport dude, by the way. Father Winter's helper below the tree. He can transport you to the Hillsbad foothills. Not only does he transport you, he transports you in style. This needs to be a mount. Not done the secret mount. Not made more than 5 million gold. Not done any of the meta achievements. But at least you don't have stories.
Is that your wallet? Or are you just glad to see me? Both, I hope.
Wait, what's this? Carnage hid 490 bits? Merry Christmas. This should cover the next 4.9 deaths. My man, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh no. We're stocking up on death counters this time. Thank you very much. Maybe we'll get the mage out. I'll pay back that debt pretty fast if we're playing on the mage. Just came back from a 2-month WoW break. No curve, no M+ score. Missed out on the anniversary event for the most part. Talk about catching up. I've actually done a surprisingly not a lot of the anniversary event. The anniversary event really grinded my gears. I don't know whether I was a bit cooked from playing with professions a little bit too much, but truth be told, I've done basically nothing with the anniversary event. Anniversary is catch-upable in the time left, though. Oh yeah, it definitely can be. It depends to what degree you're trying to catch up with. It's another one of those things. You can probably bang most of it out in a day if you actually want to. Guy on your screen has the Meta BFA mount. Yeah, I've started to spot a few of these popping up. There's a few Yannies hopping about. But do they love Rocket Yo? It's all me. I got 1/3 of the class sets yesterday. Still got 16 guaranteed bronze tokens this week. Yeah, I don't think I've even got one of the class sets. I've got a bunch of currency. I don't think I've spent any of the currency. I really need to actually take a look at that. When does the anniversary event last until? We might leave that for a post-Christmas thing. Bronze coming out my ass these days. Converted 70k of it over to time walking badges. Oh, it lasts until 7th of January. Oh, we'll do that. We'll do that after Christmas then. We'll do what we do best, and that is leave it till the last minute. We'll run around like a crazy person on the 6th of January, frantically trying to get the last few bits done. Because that's how we do. That's the way we do it. None of this do it when it comes out business. No, 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 no. You got to feel the pressure. Got to do the same. Only got 35k time walking badges left after the Kata time walking vendor. Yeah, they're adding a lot to these new vendors. If you wait until the last day, it only takes a day. Well, that's true. Absolutely. Factual information there. No event in the game takes more than a day if you leave it till the last one. You may not complete anything ever, but... That's quite many chuckers. Nearly deaf with the amount of trains going off. There he is. Beautiful. This is the thing, right? I often get into this habit with professions where I just end up caught in this vicious cycle of by the time I've done all of the stuff that I need to do with the professions, it's time to start doing it all again, which means most of the game then just gets completely left untouched. I mean, realistically, before 11.1, it would be smart if before 11.1 I have all of these capped out, really. The last thing I want to be doing is pissing around with like these 4 renowned paths or killing rares out in these zones and stuff. Got to get ahead of the game. I know it's never going to happen though. Got the new pet, not so rare maybe. I've had it 2 if not 3 times already, so yeah, I'm also not so convinced it's going to be very rare.
I got the best deals anywhere. Keep it real. Hurry back.
Oh, nothing. Sold 4 of them, 40k each. Yeah, you'll get a few sales of them in the first few days. It's down to like less than 20k on Draenor now after like 24 hours, but yesterday there was some opportunities to get some. It depends if people decide to continue to do it for the purpose of farming it, or it might be of value to look at potentially hoovering some of them up before the event to sell, distribute around throughout the rest of the year. There's always a risk with these event pets though. The risk with the event pets is, well, really how much do people want it? Are people going to want it the rest of the year? Is it going to work in pet battles, that sort of stuff? Or is it just going to end up being another 10 gold pet? It's always hard to tell. Or do you mean the pet from the Siren Isle, maybe? There's another one on the Siren Isle that people are farming for. Was that only green tools? Ooh. Okay, we need 900 artisan security to fix that. Siren Isle 1 will settle at around 2k per in the end. Is the Christmas one cageable? It is, yeah. it's cageable and already dropping pretty fast with this amount of people just permanently farming every day. Admittedly, you only get one chance per character per day, but that will still print quite a few of them, I think. Flipping out, what was it called? Began with G. Grunch, that's the one. As you can see, there's already a few of them. Christmas one will be a good investment then, given that it's the first year. The prices only really stabilise after the 5th year for the seasonal pets, from what I've seen. Buy it up 4 days before the event ends. Yeah, I suspect that grabbing a few of these, people are leveling them and upgrading them to try and set them apart, which is actually quite smart, because if the going rate ends up being, down here, somebody might come along, not want to have to farm it, but want one at level 25. This move is quite smart. But yeah, buying up, if they get reasonably priced, buying some up, distributing them across different realms to sell through the rest of the year might not be a terrible idea, as long as you don't pay too much for them. The standard pet seller Tic Tacs. Yep. It was quite surprising to see that it was cageable. Most of the time they're not. Like Arthas, for example, wasn't cageable. Getting really annoyed at having so many pets that aren't cageable. I don't understand why any of the pets aren't cageable. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me that you can't put a pet in a cage. Why can this pet go in a cage and that one not? Like, why aren't all of them? Like, then again, I guess you could say the same thing about most things in the game, couldn't you? You could be like, well, why is some transmog soulbound? Why is half the transmog appearances unique? Like, you could, same issue applies, I guess. But yeah, I think all pets should be able to be cageable and sold. The good old FOMO. If you can't cage them, it does mean that people have to farm for them themselves, though, doesn't it? Which is often one of the things that keeps people doing the event exactly like I'm doing now. It's only because of all of the soulbound toys that I have to get myself that I'm even doing this in the first place. If I could just go to the auction house and buy all of the toys in the first place, may not necessarily need to do the event all that much. Even though my take is that farming the gold is, or acquiring the gold, should I say, is an easier task, and more importantly, a task I've already done. So I would like it more if I could then go and spend my gold where I needed. A 486 trinket, an upgrade trinket, sure, and a pet carrier. Now you see this, here we go, for example, this is one, this is Summon Jingles, Baby Raptor. He's not cageable. Even the pet characters, the item for it is soulbound, and you can only have one of them. That's why I was kind of quite surprised to see the new pet being cageable. Inflate the event engagement metrics. Pat yourself on the shoulder that you made a quote-unquote good event. True. Most people aren't in the position that the gold is easier to get than the item. True. I worked hard for that gold. I sacrificed the beginning of the expansion to make that gold. Data mined casino chips. Is that what one of the currencies is going to be? Doesn't surprise me. That is goblin activity all over the place, isn't it?
Yo! Hurry back! Keep it real!
Get people in the gamba gamba mood. Get people used to it.
Glad I could help.
Loot boxes for days. I've been really unlucky with some of the shards I've landed on today, to be honest. Like yesterday, I managed to get most of these characters done. I just zoned in, said hi to the reindeer, hearthed out. Like, I didn't have to kill the dude or hang about, like, nearly at all yesterday. I apparently have never applied talents properly to this character. Why does that not work? Yes. There we go. This is literally a concentration character. I don't think this character's ever left the city. 313 item level at 73. Ouch. Okay, now people are setting up full colonies over here now. I think I've got 2 more characters after this that I can do today. Has this dude got any goodies in his mailbox? Oh, he does. It's very sneaky how people are getting the build for the data mining. Imagine if Blizzard decides to sue them, but it's free advertising, so... I did wonder that. Like, how do they get access to it to data mine it? I don't understand how that works. Because it's not like a build has gone out, but you just can't log into it. A build hasn't even gone out for the 11.1 patch, yet somehow it's being data mined. I don't know how that works. But you are right, they ain't gonna do shit about it. So have we confirmed the PTR will be next year? Yeah, the blue post actually said, if you... Do I still have it up? The actual... the blue post on the forums said as much. Undermine PTR discussion. Dev notes. Undermine public test realm will be available for testing after the new year. So we're not going to be able to see it with our own eyes, but apparently somehow people have access to it to data mine it to try and pull assets and things from it. I don't know how that quite works. Usually I thought you had to wait for a build to come out before you could do that, but apparently not.
Hurry back! Glad I could help.
Oh, another pet, look. Another grunch pet. Not convinced these are going to be overly expensive by the end of the event. Red Rider air rifle. Fire a mostly harmless pellet. Okay. Next tune. Oh, that actually comes with an achievement as well. I'm off. Thanks for making my morning entertaining. See you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a good Christmas. You can still download the PTR and look into the files regardless to the access, can you not? But my point is they usually publish a new build and it's that build that you download. Now, obviously, when you log in, the servers might not be up. You might not be able to go in and test it, but there hasn't even been an 11.1 build for you to download. So I don't quite know how Wowhead is getting their info. Oh, whoa, hang on. This is my Alliance character. I don't know what the hell I'm doing on this dude. Well, we need to pick up the quest for starters.
Hurry back! Keep it real!
Then we need to take the thing to get there. Is that you?
What's up?
We can get there easy enough. With the delayed PTR, how much cheaper do you think prices will be? Well, that's actually a really good question. That does mean that with the PTR not turning up until the new year, for us to see with our own eye, well, it depends, doesn't it? Obviously, if they data mine shit, that there's new recipes or something, you know, the rumor mill will start churning just as quickly. But it's usually not until we can actually see and jump on the PTR and have a look through the professions and stuff like that that we, you know, people start to put two and two together that this might be useful, that might be useful, whatever. It does kind of mean though that over Christmas there's yet more room for prices to tank even further, especially considering people are going to start getting quite frantic about getting the gold they need for their Longboy 2.0. Right, there's this dude and then one more. This dude and one more. And that's going to be all of my treasure bags for today. Oh, this dude's got a a trinket and all. Let's put that on. 391 item level. Oh my god, that's tragic. Then again, that's about where heirlooms are, isn't it? 337. Heirlooms only work up until level 69, so yeah. This dude is in a bad state for gear, but is also not meant to leave the city. Yeah, the thirst for gold to get the long boy is going to really kick in over Christmas, I think. Early January, we might see prices be very cheap. Which, do with that as you please. Whether you consider that a time to buy some up, throw them in the war bank, stack them up ready for Season 2. Your Yanni mount is getting some attention. People are intrigued to see what's going on.
Will save us.
Pulling attention away from the big dudes in the middle. Spawn time on this dude seems to have increased, not like... I would have thought that with more people doing their Siren Isle business, that this thing would be busier. I mean, it seems busier, but with it being busier, the spawn rate seems to be less somehow. I don't know, there's... Whoa, that was a big dino.
Will save us.
Maybe I'm just being impatient. It's not like me, is it? Not in the slightest.
Gammon will save us.
If you want the photo op achievement from the anniversary, I think you need to get started on that one rather than leaving that one to the last day. I'm not sure how much of a completionist mode I'm going to go into with that event. If I was going to, I would have probably started already. But yeah, there are some slightly time delayed things. We'll see. I'm not overly stressed about it right now. I'm getting some casual Winter Veil stuff done, and then we'll see. Where is he? Do we get the free Metzen? There we go. Let's roll. Dalaran Hearthstone. Click the portal to Stormwind. This is taking me to Stormwind, is then going to ask me to take the train back, isn't it? This feels like it's taking me the long-ass way around. Somebody mentioned a quicker way to do this earlier, and I can't remember what it was. So maybe going to Borealis first. That only works if I've set up Borealis, though. Which I haven't. Because this is like a remix tune. Not even a remix tune, I don't think. This was a level 70 boost once upon a time. I don't think this character's ever stepped foot in Borealis. So I probably don't actually have the Ironforge portal in Borealis. Should we test? Step 1, be a mage. Yeah. Stormwind, Exodar, Ironforge. Boom, it's there instantly. Okay, that is faster. How do I get back to this bit? There we go. That's slightly faster.
Mario! Glad I could help.
A glowing gift. Oh, what? I got 2 of those. Stupid trinket. Alright. Never lucky. Move on. We go again. Oh, we go once more, apparently. We go once more. See if we can get something else ticked off the list. Where's the quest dude? There he is.
Hurry back.
Oh, no, I'm trying to use keybinds for a hunter again, and I'm not a hunter.
Talk to me.
Confuses me as soon as I'm not a hunter. My buttons stop working. Lucky shard? No. Yeah, this has felt way more like a waiting simulator today. I don't think I had to wait for the boss or for the rate I'd say at least 50% of the time yesterday I turned up, spoke to the reindeer, peaced out. This has been way more of a waiting simulator today. Whether it's because there's more people doing it, or they've crammed more people on to each layer or whatever, I'm not sure, but it's definitely slower today. I was just lurking in K-Check stream whilst doing this yesterday. Maybe that made it a bit quicker, I'm not sure. I'm getting the same shard, otherwise I'd help invite. Well, that's a really good point, that if you're landing on the same shard nearly every time, then it goes to show there probably isn't that many shards up anymore, which could be why that it's more of a waiting game. If there's not that, you know, if there's only 3 or 4 shards up at any point, whereas it felt like, kind of felt like a bit like Zek yesterday, that there was like just 20 shards up permanently. You'd almost always spawn into one that had just killed it. I think they've hotfixed it to be a little bit more wait around, to make it feel a bit busier. Cheeky move, but heaven forbid people do the gameplay that they want to do too fast. Heaven forbid you have too much fun. Chat, 1440p or 4K for a new monitor? I've been contemplating for a while getting a new monitor, because the monitors I've got 3, right? But the one, my main monitor, it's 144 hertz, but it's still only 1080p. That all 3 of my monitors are trash tier monitors. But Asus have released a new 27-inch OLED. It's only 1440p. 1440p, 1440p, 240 hertz, 27-inch OLED, $799. it seems, in the OLED market at least, remarkably good value. And I can't quite understand what the catch is. And I'm thinking the catch is that it's a 1440p, not a 4K monitor. And I'm wondering if I spend that kind of money on a new monitor, would it not be better to have one 4K? But then if I go 4K to also then get even 120 hertz, it starts getting pricey quickly. Got the hardware to run 4K. Well, not yet, but the new graphics cards come out first quarter of next year. I have a 5080 on my shopping list. I have the money set aside for 5080, assuming that they are not redonkulous money. But it also seems 6 of one, half a dozen of another. It doesn't really make much point me upgrading my graphics card to a better graphics card if my screen is still just trashed here. .4K gives more issues, in my opinion, than it's worth. For starters, most games don't even support 4K. Not a fan of the 4K. Well, I'm obviously only ever going to stream in 1080p anyway. That's not true. That's not true, is it? Because it's entirely possible for me to stream in up to 4K on YouTube. It's just Twitch that wouldn't let me do it. I can stream in whatever quality I like to YouTube. There's nothing to say if we went up to 1440p or even 4K that we couldn't stream to YouTube in a much higher quality, because it just transcodes everything for you anyway. And we'll obviously stick with age-old 1080p for Twitch. But yeah, I'm not sure. The 5090 is only 0.2% more than a 5080 anyway. Well, I'm hoping that they don't do that. The 5090 looks absolutely ridiculous, and I expect that thing to be €2,500, and I'm not paying that for a graphics card. I only paid that for my entire PC when I built it. I'm not spending that on just the graphics card. That's mental sauce. But I need a slightly bigger screen, and I need more screen real estate, I think. If your hardware can hold it, go for 4K. I was thinking about future. The screen is something that, you know, you upgrade your graphics card more often than you'd upgrade your screens, in my opinion. Okay, right, I've run out of tunes. I run out of level 70s. Let's check the achievements then. I like to try and keep my hardware like sort of balanced, and this is the reason why I need to get a new graphics card, because my CPU is pretty powerful, but my graphics card is lagging, slacking big slacks. And I like my technology, I like my gadgets, even though if just for World of Warcraft it seems ridiculous. But once upon a time, WoW used to be able to run on a potato PC. Now it doesn't run on a potato PC anywhere near as well. I'm standing in the capital city and I'm getting 35 FPS, which in my books is flat out not acceptable. And it definitely is 35 FPS as well, because it slides and jitters around like nobody's business. 30 FPS, that's fucking console gaming peasant shit. Haven't felt the need for higher than 1440p yet. Can't see the pixels. So, well, yeah. this is the thing. I've never really played on a 1440p monitor, so I don't strictly know how much better 1440p is over 1080p. I'm well versed in 4K, but I'm still not sure. 2-digit FPS in the capital, the dream. 2 digits. Well, I got 3 digits if you take the point out of the way. But, yeah. I don't know. Is it crazy to want at least 60 FPS when you're playing a video game, you know? If I go and face a wall in the corner of the city, maybe we get 60 FPS. Yeah, if I go face the wall with nobody around, I get 60 FPS. It's still not a smooth 60 though. It's still jittery. Oh, it's got up to 80, 90 FPS. Wow, we're cooking now. As soon as there's people around though. This game is just so poorly optimized. My only solution is to throw hardware at it and fix it that way. I've not decided. I've not decided. I need to think about these things. Not even then, the combat log is eating through resources in the capital. I mean, that's bonkers. The fact that combat log can be crunching your FPS in 2024, like on modern hardware, is mental. Adrenalines, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Right, well, I've run out of characters to farm on. So either I find something new to do, or I'm very tempted, considering if I start another project now, we could be here for years. I'm very tempted, you know, boys and girls, to call it there for a day. And that will in turn actually also be me mostly done now since till after Christmas. I'm looking at the calendar. It's Friday today. I am leaving to the in-laws tomorrow or possibly Sunday. We haven't actually decided yet. I kind of need tomorrow to fix some shit, get some shit done. Then we got Christmas most of next week. I think I get home on either the 26th or the 27th. Equally, we haven't quite decided. But it probably means that there won't be a stream until, my guess is going to be the 30th, because there's no point starting again on a Friday. That's crazy business. So I suspect the 30th will be next time you will see me, which means Christmas will have happened, Santa will have turned up, Rudolph will have gone back into hibernation, and my transmog will be terrible again. Don't forget to log in for the Great Father Winter gifts. Apparently you can get those for a few days after Christmas. I hope so, because like I said, I'm not even physically here. I'm away for the Christmas period. So, but anyway, enjoy your Christmas, boys and girls. If you're playing lots of games, enjoy it. If you're spending time with family, enjoy it. Have yourselves a wonderful time, and I'll see you in a few days. It's like over a week. Oh, Christ, I'm not good at taking time off. Hopefully it'll be fun though. Have a good one, boys and girls. See you next time. Peace.